Hey everybody, welcome back to Michael Clarda Arts. Thanks for stopping by today. Just wanted to say thank you for all of those who have been watching my videos and subscribing. Lots happening on the channel and more coming, so definitely stay tuned. But today we're going to be reviewing a product that I have no clue what it is. Based upon the picture, it looks to be like a notebook made by XPPen, and it's got a pen stylus with traditional paper, and you pair it with an application on your phone, I believe, to record the notes. Yeah, so that's kind of it. I guess I do understand what it is. They reached out to me and said, hey, would you like to review it? And I said, of course, because I like XPPen. They're always creating really unique products and pushing the boundaries of technology in a myriad of different items, whether it be standalone tablets, whether it be display tablets, and or the peripheral tablets, the ones that sit on the side and pair with a host machine. This one is something unique. I think that other companies have tried this form factor. I think I've seen this in the past, and I was always interested, but never pulled the trigger on everything. So let's go ahead and get started. Now, what I think is really unique, though, is you're going to be taking notes on traditional paper. This is a traditional pen, and it probably records all of the strokes and whatnot, so I should be able to draw traditionally on the paper. Or is the book itself a pressure sensitive? I don't know. We're going to look at it. We're going to do an unboxing really quick, and then we're going to take it for a test drive. So definitely grab yourself a nice cup of whatever you drink, whatever your jam is. Just sit down and watch the video and enjoy. Let's get started. And here is the packaging for the XPPen Note Plus Bluetooth Smart Notebook. Any pertinent information that you may need probably is on the back. It's got the name, product model, so on and so forth. Interested in seeing exactly what this item is about. You guys know that I am a prolific sketch person. Sketchbook, digital sketch, you name it. I love drawing. That is my jam. That's what this channel is really about, is drawing. And I do a lot of videos just to supplement the channel so I can continue forth, but this is really right up our alley as far as what it applies to, and drawing is it. Come on, man, let me in. So, box, always nice. XPPen does a really good job with their products overall. And wow, they really don't disappoint. Here we go. This is a static-free, feels like a static-free bag. Go ahead and open this up really quick. It's got like an Alcantara sort of feel. XPPen debossed logo. Open it up, and it's got all kind of gizmos, and wow, very nice paper. Now this is interesting. I don't know what this is. It's got dots. That's fascinating. I'm sure they sell refills on their website. It would have been nice if they would have included an extra refill in here, because I could quite possibly fill that entire sketch pad out. Yeah. Anyway, nice. It's very good quality. It's got heft to it. I don't know what this is. This is interesting. This looks like some type of keyboard situation. I don't know. Obviously, I'm going to have to read the directions, but we'll put this to the side for now. And the pen, which is probably, oh wow, it says it was a, yeah, it's a pen, traditional pen. I don't see a battery in here, but look at me, I'm trying to take it apart. Haven't had it in my hands less than 15 seconds, and I always want to take things apart to see how they're made in case I need to replace something. Anyway, so nice, very nice pen itself, branded at the top. It's got a place to click the top right there so you don't lose it. Nice little metal clip. The actual barrel of the pen is plastic. You can see the line right there. And it's got a rubber grip. So very nice, good weight overall. Okay. Here we are with the charge. Okay, so there you go. And it's magnetic. It's got a magnetic, two magnets right there that charge this unit right here. Again, I'm kind of in the dark of exactly what I'm looking at, but we're going to figure that out here in just a few moments. Okay, got a pen nib remover. Oh, Note Plus cable. Okay, I don't know, that's interesting. It says Note Plus cable, and then it looks like it's got 10 cartridges on it. Okay, yeah, oh wow. They sure give you quite a few extras. Oh, now I see how it comes out. You don't unscrew anything up here. It comes out directly from here, and you just pull. That comes out like that. We'll do that in just a moment. Actually, we'll do it right now. I'm going to read the quick guide off camera, just for posterity, and I understand exactly what I'm looking at. Here is the remover. Comes right out. And to replace it, you grab one of the refills, and goes right in. Very nice. Just for posterity, you know, it's a nice little case. Probably goes on the unit itself, like so. Whoops, spring-loaded. Maybe I'll edit that out. Maybe not, because I do what I want. It's nice. Definitely fits the bill. Goes right in. Secures, right? Definitely don't want to lose that pin. That would be folly. So let's go ahead and test the pin out. Very nice. For the longest time, it's got good feel. It's kind of sharp. It doesn't have a nice rollerball feel. It is kind of sharp, just so you guys know. It almost feels like a technical pin. You know what that is, you know what that is. Okay, we're just drawing a little face here. Just to get to feel the pin itself. It feels good. It's not dropping off or anything like that. It is quite sharp, so it probably has really good detail. But whenever I draw with a pen, I don't want any of the ink to smear or to get on my hand, and none of that's happening. So that's really cool. Let's give this guy a tie. Alright, very nice. Let's go ahead and put this back. Read the documentation and see exactly what we're doing. Okay, as per the instructions, you have to download an application to your phone. I'm currently rocking a Apple iOS device. I'm sure that this app is also on the Google Play and Android store, so I'm going to go ahead. There it is right there, XPPen Note Plus. Okay, download. So as per the instructions, inside of the Macintosh or Apple, excuse me, the Apple iOS, you have to go down to the apps icon. Then you go down to the Notes Plus, and you have to make sure Bluetooth is on, which it is. Okay, good. And then long press the multifunction button for 3 seconds until the blue light flashes. 1, 2, 3. Blue light is now flashing. It recognized the Note Plus is there. Connect now. Pairing request. I would like to pair. And confirm. Confirm. Interesting. Okay. So let's see what notes are here. Offline sync page. Doesn't have anything. Interesting. Okay, so let's go ahead and read a little bit more and see what we can do with this thing. Okay, so before we get started, it says for already paired devices, which is what this is, it will automatically connect when the app and Note Plus are both open. So, interesting. So I could basically have both of these open, and then it has real-time synchronization. So basically every single time I do something, then it will appear on the application. Or you have something called offline notes. You can write notes immediately after opening the Note Plus device. You open it up, the green light comes on. Then you start writing notes and enjoying the device, and it's not connected to the app. The stuff that you do is stored locally in a small hard drive, I'm sure an SSD inside of the device, and then whenever you create a new page in the notebook, click the multifunction button down here every single time that you decide you want a new page. You fill the page up, click the button right here, and then you start on a new page. Pretty simple. Then the device can store up to 50 pages of offline notes. So basically what you're going to want to do is you're going to do whatever you're going to do, and then you come over to the application, and then whenever both of them are opened up, it will sync to your phone. Now I'm interested in seeing, basically, this is a very step process here. I mean, I'm a realist. I look at this and I see a very complex system. From downloading an application, pairing it with my phone, then I have this device right here. I can take notes, and then whenever I open it up, both the application and the device, then it syncs to here. What is preventing me from just doing this, writing, and taking a picture? Click. It's pretty simple. I think that I'll probably draw some stuff on here just for posterity. It does have a charging, so this unit does have a small battery in it, and you do have to charge it periodically, and XPPen does provide the means to do that, and we showed how to replace the nib. But let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start out with the real-time synchronization, and we're going to see how it is. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started using the OneNote Plus by XPPen. Okay, so here we are in real-time mode. I'm going to go ahead and open the book. Green light came on, Bluetooth pairing happened. Now we're going to go ahead over to here, and as you see, the pen correlates with a real-time cursor on my phone. So let's go ahead and just simple signature. Very nice. Very exquisite. Very, 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 very nice. The paper they use is really good. Probably a cold press. It's got a nice tight tooth to it, and it doesn't inhibit any type of stroke or anything like that. So yeah, very cool. So yeah, basically just having a little bit of fun using this device. Again, what I like is the fact that it doesn't smear as much. Now I did get a little bit of smearing right there. Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? Like I said, I'm a realist. I think this is very niche-y. It is niche-y, but I can see I do understand the need for stuff like this. So yeah, this is pretty cool. So now we're going to try the other way of doing things. We're going to go ahead and quit the app. We're going to put the phone to the side, and we're going to close the book. Now we're still on the same page, so we're going to go ahead and see if it does what I want it to do. It's like me and XPPen are enthralled in flames. Okay, so now I've put my pen away. I'm going to go ahead and close that. So then I'm going to come back here. Now obviously, based upon the documentation, there should be nothing here until I do this. Confirm. Syncing offline data. It did it on a separate page. Interesting. Okay, so that's fascinating. Maybe. So let's do this. Okay, here. So yeah, that is fascinating. It automatically created another page in the book whenever I did something offline. And I think that's smart for XPPen to do that, because just in case I went and did something. Now what I don't see is and I'm probably doing something wrong. So it would be nice if I could select all, like these two, or select the ones and then have it merge. Right? Because I would like to merge those two particular pages, because it automatically did a second page based upon the fact that I was offline. So interesting. Now I can also change the color of my ink if I want to, which is actually pretty cool overall. But doing things at the same, or not the same time, whenever it's live sync. Whenever it's live syncing, so this is page 2. Already first page. Okay. Interesting. So let me get a little bit more into this and kind of get a workflow going, and then I'll do a drawing and see exactly what the practical use would this be for. So if I need to, I can go ahead and I can mail it to myself. I can save the image. I can print the image. On the Apple OS, I can create a new watch face if I wanted to. Not that I'm going to do that. But you can see, and I can zoom in, and the quality of the line work is just exemplary. Very nice overall. But yeah, I'm going to try to wrap my head around the use for something like this and see exactly what this would be good for. Okay, so I'm still figuring out the app, looking at all of the features, and it's got quite a few. So you can send what you're doing in possible text message. I can email. I can save the image to my phone, create a watch face. I can save to files. I can save it to Photoshop Express on my phone, so on and so forth. Dropbox, whatever you have on your phone currently. I'm not really sure as far as what type of files. So let's see what kind of files it's going to save as. Let's see here. I wonder if it's just a JPEG. Well, it doesn't give an indication of what kind of file it is. Interesting. So probably figure that out going forward. And you can, let's say you're on the app, instead of going ahead and clicking this little button right here, which is right on the front, at the bottom of the tablet itself, you click this button right here. It's supposed to add a page, which is interesting. It did just a minute ago. You can add a page up here if you like. I'm sorry, that's not that. Thumbnail, select all. Okay, down here, it's right here. Instead of being something that looks very similar, that's a tag. So I can add a page right here, and then I can go ahead in. You see it recognizes the pen. A thing that I'm just kind of, it's interesting what this would be used for. I'm not really getting the overall feel of the device yet. Whenever you turn the page over here, you've got all these dots, and that's probably their version of lines, similar to what we have here in the States, which would be like college rule or regular ruled lines. They use dots instead, and that's how you take your notes. And as far as a sketch device, I'm not really sure this is designed for that. You probably can sketch stuff here, but as a sketch, as a real sketch, I'm not really sure that I like all those dots there. I would prefer having a clean page like this. And like I said before, I would probably fill this up within like a week if I was taking notes with it, because I'm a prolific note taker. And I take a lot of notes. And I think this is really cool. But again, I'm questioning. It's just the complexity of it. I'm looking at it going, okay, this is pretty complex. What is the real quote unquote need for it? And like I come back and I want to click a page. Okay, so I really have to push it. So you click that button down here and it creates a page. So right now I'm at page 4 and I can scroll through the different pages. The only thing that I don't really I don't want to say like, but I'm just kind of confused about it. Is whenever I go to layers, if I go here and I select all, I would like to be able to flatten everything, possibly, especially if it's a drawing, but I'm looking at it from the perspective of an artist. Now, if you're going and you're saying text, 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 it doesn't make any sense that I have the option to merge all of those. So I understand why they did that, because they obviously don't want you to merge all your notes together. So here we are on page 4, but instead I'm going to go ahead and just create a new page. This will be the first page. I'll go ahead and get rid of this in here and delete, confirm. Okay, so I've created another notebook. I'm going to go ahead and come here. I'm going to rename it. Let's do test 2. Confirm. I'm going to go in. We're at page 1. Okay. So I think the feel of the pen, obviously, it's not quote unquote a stylus. And that's something that you're going to have to kind of wrap your head around, because it's just a pen. And I think that the technology inside registers with the tablet, and then it transfers the data in real time over to your unit right here. It is interesting concept, and as you see, I'm just kind of doodling right now. And you know, I've got sketchbooks, right? I've got tablets. Having a hybrid it's an interesting concept, but I'm just not sure how much I'm going to use this. It's probably designed for maybe a business professional, and I'm just throwing this out there. I'm not speaking for XPPen. I think this would be really good for somebody that maybe loses stuff a lot and you need that extra layer of, I don't know, of security to be able to, oh, you know, I don't have to worry if I lose this entire unit. I have all my stuff right here recorded digitally, and because I don't lose stuff, so I'm looking at this from a perspective of my life. And you might be looking at this going, man, this is the best thing since sliced bread. And having all your notes in one place is really cool. But again, I'm just like, I don't know how much I'm going to use a device like this, but I don't know, I might. You never know. Do this. Some leaves. So, okay, so I've got my sketch done. And that's, I guess, for somebody who has real, I don't know, misgivings or resistance to digital tablets, and they don't want to have to deal with technology. Now, this is technology, but it wasn't hard to install everything. So if you have somebody that's like, I just don't want to draw digitally. I want to keep my traditional feel of my pen. I want to deal with traditional media, but also be able, if I want to go digitally, I can. I don't. Anyway. There's a little shadow right here. Might be really good for watercolorists. Maybe if you got some watercolor paper. Maybe they sell different types of paper. I'm going to look on their website to see if they have different refills for this. Maybe they have sketchbook refills. That would be really cool. Food for thought. Food for thought. Okay. Alright, so now we have our sketch, and what we can do is we can go ahead and we're going to mail it to myself. Okay. And there it goes. Mailed. So let's go ahead and come back. We'll go back to the mail. And here it is. Just received. Let's go ahead and... Okay. It's probably on a transparent background, possibly a PNG. I really don't know. That's kind of what it looks like. So, let's go ahead and take a few notes. Alright, so let's go ahead and push the button. New note page created. Turn the page. Date. Say 12/8/2025. Today is going to be a great day. And it translates into it. So you see this little icon up here, it has a little touch right up here. If I go ahead and hit this, then it goes to, I can write. Okay, let's try that again. Okay. Maybe if I click that. So before, I'm just going to be honest with you, before whenever I click that button right here, I was able to use my finger and write into the interface of the phone. So let's go ahead and change to marker, and let's see what that looks like. What? Oh, it went to marker. Great days are ahead. Okay, then we're going to go over here. We're going to go back to pen. Keep going forward and never look back. So it's got different types of media that you can use. So we've got pencil, we've got pen, we've got marker. I wonder if they've got different options. Maybe you can do watercolor. I don't know. Again, this is not a, I would say, sketch device. This is more of a note taker and records to the digital format. Maybe you need to go ahead and have your notes, and then you can send what you're doing maybe to your wife, to your significant other, maybe to your boss. Maybe you want to send it back to yourself at your desk at work. That's probably where this is going to land. And you can change color if you want. It's got different color options. So let's go ahead and go to red. Red is a vibrant color. Okay, let's go back to pencil, and we're going to change the color to another one. Green. Yeah, that's more like a turquoise. Use the color slider. We're going to go up here to green. Green is my favorite color. So if you need to, when you're taking notes, maybe in class, maybe taking notes at a symposium or something along those lines, and you need to highlight stuff and you can change color, that's really cool. It doesn't have a specific highlighter. Now we'll come back to the eraser. Okay, I think I may have just froze it. Nope, we're good. Okay. Doesn't seem to work all the time. Go to eraser. Oh, it has lost communication with the device. That's interesting. I've got a light blinking down here, green. I don't know what's going on. See, now this is interesting. This always has to do for, okay, so we go all the way down. Let's go back to black. Okay. Okay, it's ceased to register. What's going on? So that's unfortunate. Okay, so here I am. I've closed the unit just because, based upon the documentation, every single time I open it up, the green light flashes and it pairs with the Bluetooth. Let's see if it goes back to the same page or if it creates another page. Bluetooth successful. It doesn't work. Let's go ahead. Maybe it's the zoom feature. I think that's what it was. Maybe whenever you zoom in, it doesn't work. Okay, that's true. Okay. So now that I'm seeing that, I understand. Zooming in, and that I had it partially zoomed in, then it doesn't want to pair, not pair, it doesn't activate the pen. So we zoom all the way out. And it looks like we're on the same page, which we are. Good to go. Maybe a user error. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and close the application. We're closing it. We're going to put this to the side. We're going to close the unit. Okay. And then I'm going to come back. Fresh and new. This is called offline. So we're going to go back. Okay. So it doesn't, so based upon my experience, it doesn't know that I still want to go back to the page that I was on the last time I was here. Based upon my experience, what it's going to do, since I closed everything, it's going to go ahead and create another page. But I'm going to go ahead and keep on this page, staying on the same page. So something very similar to this. Maybe I was watching the symposium. I still want to utilize the remaining space on this page, and I've come back to it. I want to see where we are whenever I open the app. You know, maybe I've gone to lunch and I've come back and I'm ready to continue my note taking. So we're going to go ahead back to Note Plus, Bluetooth connection. Do you want to import them? Confirm. Okay. So based upon my experience, what it just did, it did not continue my page. It created a new page and had everything at the bottom. So what I would like to have the option to do, quite possibly, is to come up here, select this right here, select these two, and I would like to have a merge. Some type of merge. If I hit move, no. But it doesn't have that. Maybe if I hit or hold it, no. Anyway, and that's a little frustrating because obviously you're going to have disjointed notes and you're going to have like so many pages and I can't merge the pages. So I think that that's probably something they're probably going to work on. But overall, what an interesting concept for a device. And like I said, you have colors. You can add a page down here. You can tag something, like if you want to tag it. No tags available. Edit. Search tags. No tags available. Maybe you purchase tags. Let me see. New tag. Create. Tag 1. Confirm. Maybe it has to do with typing. Maybe a hashtag and tag that particular document. Okay, so there we go. That's what I was talking about earlier. So if I zoom in, let's go ahead back, confirm. We're going to go ahead and zoom in. I can't write and because it's got the touch. So let's go ahead and zoom all the way out. And then now I have it to where I can use my finger. Okay. Save current information or confirmation of changes. Okay. So yeah, I think this is a very interesting device. It's right now in its infancy. I think as they progress and do things, to better help this interface. Let's go to settings, tags, cloud sync, offline notes, recycle bin, Note Plus device. Oh, remaining memory. It's got 50% of charge. And again, if you do need to charge it, it does come with this cable. And it's very important to note too that most or a lot of the devices now being made in the EU, especially with regards to charging, they use USB-C. This does not. This is a proprietary cable that looks to have a 3-pin charge port with a little bit of a spring to it, and these are magnets. So it basically clicks, and then it uses a standard USB, which is again interesting. Standard USB, plug it into a power source or a brick or some type of charging device, and it will charge you up. You can change the sleep time, and if you wish, you can of course disconnect your OneNote Plus. Very interesting concept. I'm going to use it for a little while, and if I note that it... Oh, I don't know what this is. Note Plus. Okay, that's just a shortcut. Okay, yeah, so if I know that there's anything to bring up, I will, but overall, I think I personally have notebooks, I have devices, I have computers, I have paper, I have sketchbooks, I have a lot of things that I can already quote-unquote take notes in. This is a way that you can take notes and have it transfer automatically to your device, and I think there is a value in that. And a final wrap up with regards to the XPPen Note Plus tablet. So I went through the video and I was always questioning what is the purpose of this particular device. And I have a myriad of different tablets that I utilize, and for 90 bucks, how is this going to kind of fit in a slot that makes sense for me? I went back and forth with the developers of this particular product, and they indicated that since it is kind of a standard A4 size, I can stick that into the tablet because it came with paper that had a bunch of dots over it. And that's completely fine. I understand all that. I look at this as kind of I don't want to say a niche device, but it kind of is. You take the notes inside of it, and it transfers digitally the notes into your phone. I do use a lot of, how do I put it, digital devices to take notes, and with those I can access them anywhere, and I think that's kind of where this kind of fits in. If you want to draw in it, you can. If you want to take notes in it, you can. And you'll have those notes uploaded to your phone, into the application, and you can share them. I think that's where really this device is going to kind of land, is that shareability, not only with yourself, but others. Let's say, again, you're taking notes somewhere, you need them to share, maybe you're out in the field, and you need to go ahead and share those notes with your bosses or significant others, or if you just want your artworks or notes to be uploaded to modify digitally. This is one of those devices that, again, you kind of have to be looking for it, and as I progress through using the device, I'll probably rely upon it more and more. XPPen tends to do things very similar to some of the other large corporations. They'll try something to see if it works, and if it doesn't, then it'll kind of fade off into obscurity. I'm not going to say this is an experiment, but there are other devices very similar to this that are really a lot more expensive than this. So definitely look at this device with tongue-in-cheek and compare to others in the marketplace, because $90, I think it's $100, and then they do sales and stuff all the way down to $89. I think currently it's $89 on their site. So yeah, this is an interesting review for sure. And as I progress through my journey as a reviewer, I will try and bring up reasons why to buy, reasons why maybe you want to pass. And this device is kind of in the middle. I think, again, if you're interested in something like this with its technology, it does have some really cool features. The only thing that I would say is the application needs to be modified to where you can combine pages, because every single time I open up, it creates a new page, which I think is great. But again, you have a lot of disjointed notes on the app. So anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you got something from this particular review. Big shout out to XPPen for letting me review this product and putting it through its paces. I'm always anxious to see technology progress through life and see how it applies to the art studio. Big videos coming out soon. Hopefully you guys will stick with me. Like and subscribe if you like what you see. And since this was a review, I would encourage you to shop around and see what other devices are in the marketplace for you. All right. Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.